Shalom, balance, paradise. We back in at the lab, diligently working hard, and I got the sibling with me, all the way from that windy city of that shy
Yeah.
sibling. Come true, man. Introduce yourself to the listeners, them.
Hey, man, I'm Les on Rob, man, from Chicago. Enlightened individual, you know what I'm saying? Inspirational speaker, musician, artist all around, man. Just somebody out here being the change to see the change, you know what I'm saying?
Give thanks and
So
honors, honors, sibling. So let me say this. I said it back office, but I gotta say this here right now. Honors for carving out some time. Honors for producing the content that you've been producing musically. For,
gratitude.
as you done said, being the change that we want to see. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
just talking it, but walking it. You know what I mean? Being the
Yeah,
lights,
yeah.
so people can say, "Ah, I can see the change. I can see the growth. I can see the development. Let me jump on that there." So honors, man. You're doing it. You're doing it, and we need more people because we know the power of music. We know the power of thought and the power of words. So
Yeah.
we gotta be the kings and queens that we were born to be, and drop it, man. There ain't nothing wrong with getting in the gutter occasionally, and dropping a little bit
Right.
of this, a little bit of that occasionally. But we gotta have that balance, man. We gotta have that balance.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I like to, I really don't dibble and dabble in the gutter no more. But
Mm.
I just, I kind of I bring like a commercial type of sound to the content that I bring so that it can attract, so you can dance to it as well as be
Yeah.
enlightened by it and being inspired by it. You can actually bust a move to it too. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yes.
turn up to it. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like so I got a little
100%.
formula to it. I
Mm.
get like a trap beat. You know what I'm saying? And then throw that light on there,
This is
So
it.
yeah, yeah.
And
Hey,
think
gratitude for having me too, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. It's been a while too. I ain't done the interview in a minute, so like it's time to jump back in the fire.
definite, man. Listen, everyone, well, especially the big boys, man. The big boys should be reaching out and saying, "Hey, I see the work, man. I see the consistency. I see what's
Right,
being done." Because as we don't know, power music, as I said before, you putting light onto these beats, people aren't even necessarily soaking it in consciously, but
right,
subconsciously, they're rapping back the lyrics, these light lyrics, this light music, doing their little skanks and all the rest of it. Subconsciously, it's the realness that's been sunk in, and then they're speaking it to life. And the next thing you know, it's like, actually, wait a minute, let me put that down, man. Let me put the Zaza down for a little bit. Let me just pick up one of them books, or let me just download a
right,
little audio book. I heard a reference on this song. Let me download that there, man.
right, right, right. It's true that. Yeah, yeah. So that's basically what it is. Is sending out the codes, sending out the light codes, like my homie say. You know what I mean? Putting them
Definitely.
light codes in the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So basically I just dropped actually uh Reality Creator. It was actually a re-release because we had we got 1 million streams on it, but it got copyright. It got hit with a copyright.
Ooh, sample clearances and stuff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So and that was my fault because I took a little chance on something. And it worked until it didn't work, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And
Mm.
I did do my due diligence to reach out to the individual, but
Okay.
it wasn't no contacting him. You know what I'm saying? I think he was about 19. And then there was Far Side too. I don't know if
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So I was trying to reach out to Far Side because I had the passing me by situation, the little passing me by remix I did. Yeah, so I was trying to reach out to them on Instagram and
mm,
Facebook and get no
yes.
response. So I
It,
was just like, let's just try it. You know what I'm saying? Put it out.
hit the
Uh,
button, man.
and,
Just let it roll.
yeah, ain't no regrets though, man. But yeah, I got my first 1 million streams, but I was like, okay, if I did it then, I could do it again. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
Exactly,
be
man.
so we giving it another go round without
Mi-
those songs on there. But the
Yes.
songs are actually on my YouTube though. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, they still on there.
I'll make sure. that I will put the links below to the Spotify, to the IG, and all
Yeah,
of the rest of
right,
the things, then, man, because there will be a couple of the siblings, them, who are going to be like, okay, I need to peep some of this here. I would say at
right,
least
right,
40% of them are going to be like, yeah, man, blessed, man. It's about time, man. It's about time Noble had the sibling on, you know what I mean?
right,
So we can hear the story and see what go on and blah blah blah. So
right, right.
yeah, man. So let's rewind time, man. Let's kick Marty and Doc out of the DeLorean.
Okay,
We're going back in time, sibling.
okay, okay, okay.
Born and raised not in the Windy City, right? You was born somewhere else?
No, no, I was born in Chicago. I was born
Okay.
in Chicago, raised in Chicago. Prior to I was like 9 years old. Then we moved to Minnesota, Minneapolis. So I lived there till for about 4 years. But I used to go
Back and
back
forth.
and forth to Chicago. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Visit my dad and my brother and my siblings out there. You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
So what was
Then
so the no, don't brush over that there, man. We're moving
okay,
state to state and stuff. You're going back and forth. What was the adjustment period like as a little one, as a youngster trying to find your way in the world?
oh man, so it's crazy because like when I was going back and forth to from Minnesota, so I was in the hood over here, but like it was a whole different type of hood in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It was a
Exactly.
whole different ordeal. Like
Yes.
so, I had like a jacket, like a starter jacket, and
Ooh,
it was like a cowboy's jacket. You know what I'm saying? So
I know the
I
one.
could
The
the
pullover
pullover,
one, I know
yeah.
exactly which one. I
And
had
then
that same thing at the star on the back, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
come on.
So I go to Chicago in my area with that. You can't wear that. You
You
know what I'm
know,
saying? You can't wear that. So I pull up my dad like, no, 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 no. You can't wear that out here. We're gonna go get you a coat. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like the dynamic between
yes.
going from Minnesota to
Mm,
Chicago and back and forth. You know what I mean? So
yes.
yeah, and it was fun. You
Mm,
know, it was a little rough at times, but it was fun. You know what I'm saying? I had a
hmm
lot of fun. I witnessed my first, you know, death by
Oh, damn.
one of my yeah. I witnessed that. My first people passing away. I witnessed that for
Close.
my first time in Chicago. Close people passing
Mm,
away. You know what I'm saying? Cousins, the youth, young
yes.
people. You know, since you at first, I was used to going to an old person funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly. Yeah.
they just died. You know what I mean? Hold on one second, brother. I just so yeah, it was a lot of my first experiences with people passing away from gang violence, and
hmm
dope dealing and all of that. And as a kid, you really not aware of really what's going on until you
Yeah.
get a little older and then you remember. And I'll be like, damn, why don't I remember? Like, you know what I'm saying?
The
Like the memory just
intricacies
hits you.
and the detail of it. Yeah. You just know someone's passed,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And then as you get older, you're like, whoa, okay, that's what that was about. And that's what that was about. And
Okay.
okay, and that's how that happened. And so
Mm.
yeah, you start to get more details as you get older about
Was
something that happened like five
was
years ago.
was that more of the old school cruising gangs, the GDs, VLs,
Yeah,
and okay,
yeah, the
yeah.
GDs, and you know what I'm saying, and a lot of times too, it was like it was in house. It wasn't even like a rival gang. It was like
Damn.
somebody within the neighborhood. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
mm,
That did something. Like to another individual at
yes.
times. Like a lot of jealousy. And
The
stuff like that.
green-eyed
And
monster that's prevalent within our communities, unfortunately.
yeah, exactly. So it's like man, but they had them rivalries going on too as well. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
I got a couple crazy cousins. They still alive to this day. You know what I mean? You hear a lot of stories about them and the crazy shit they did. Like,
Mm,
but yeah, they had the little rivalries going on, GDs, BDs. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. Yeah, and mostly in that area, it was like GDs and the BDs. It
okay.
wasn't like yeah,
No
as
lords
far
and
as I
all.
remember. Yeah, not really. The
Okay.
Lords are like, see, that's southeast.
Right.
Southeast, we southeast, like we south side of Chicago.
Hmm.
The Lords are more or less west.
Right.
They're the west side of Chicago. So
Hmm.
we ain't really encountered that too much, I don't think. Unless you ventured off, you know
Wandered
what I'm
off.
saying? Yeah. Unless you wandered off into it.
Mhm,
But yeah,
mhm.
Minnesota, speaking of Vice Lords, and where I was in Minnesota, it was though. Where I lived in
Ah,
Minnesota. Yeah. Because a lot of people from Chicago, they move to Minnesota. And then
certainly.
they move to Minnesota, they kick
Yeah,
off gangs of their own
of
over there.
course.
Yeah, you go somewhere, you like, okay, I could be the boss now.
And
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I can boss up, level up on this year,
So
man.
right, I could boss up. So I'm gonna go over here, start a gang. I didn't seen this happen in so many spots, like in Florida as well. Like I watched Florida, like Orlando to be specific, change into something crazy. Like it was like me and my clique, we had our own clique. It
Yes.
wasn't like no
Rah rah.
mainstream gang and no
Mm.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
nah, it was just triple R, real rap rhymers,
Yes.
21 Gunners, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But come to find out, 21 Gunners was like a real gang. Like we I didn't know. I don't know if my boy knew because he started that one. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know if he knew. But so we was the real rap rhymers, 21 Gunners, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
we was just a rap clique, you know what I
Yes.
mean? But we'll get down, you know what I'm saying?
Of
But not like
course.
we ain't trying to shoot nobody. We
Indeed.
we just a clique. We protect ourselves and we out here having fun, you know what I'm saying? Making music.
Yeah.
And so, but it was a guy came from Chicago, Puerto Rican guy, and he started the Imperial Gangsters, which is a set in Chicago. So he came out to Orlando and started the Imperial Gangsters, started recruiting people and everything. Like he tried to recruit us, but we had our own clique. We was down,
Mm.
and me, I had knowledge of Chicago, so I was in the knowing that you're not supposed to really be doing this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to, I think you're supposed to get a specific type of permission to do this.
A
But
charter to be able to
yeah,
go and come on.
yeah. So I was like, I couldn't even really take it too serious. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I was like, nah, that's fake. That shit fake. Like,
He's rogue,
it,
man. He's a rogue
yeah,
banger.
it's rogue. It's rogue. Like, and then I heard certain stories about him. You know what I mean? And it didn't make me, look at him any other type of way. But
Mm.
like, you're not supposed to be doing this. And
Yeah.
I'm not joining up with you.
Mm.
And I hear you rogue. He was rogue in general. Like he owed something or he did something, he violated,
So
and
he's
he
gonna make that.
flew out to like, I'm gone, I'm going to
Yeah.
Orlando, I'm out of here, I'm going to
Yeah.
Florida type shit. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? So he
Mm.
started it. So they started that there. And then all of a sudden, man, it's so crazy. It was like a domino effect. Cause it was like Bloods popping up.
Wow.
Now they claiming Crip. Now somebody's claiming some other stuff. Now somebody's a Latin King. And it's like, bruh, none of this was
Yeah.
in Florida. Like none of this was
Mm.
here.
They
So
had
I
their
think it
own
was,
little blocks that were going on, but no like outside influence to bring. Yeah, it's.
yeah, it was just somebody saw us or maybe had our little clique and they was like, you know what? We gonna be Bloods. And somebody else was like, we gonna be Crips. I don't know how this happened. I'm
Yeah.
just, throwing out a
And I.
example of
Yeah.
how, but I don't know how. But it was just like, man, people popping up. And this round when I'm like 17, 18, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
people popping up like, yeah, we Crips over here, we Bloods over here, like we this over here, we that over here, we like King over here. And it's like, whoa, how did this happen?
Happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually, I moved. I was working with Sonic Drive-In. So Sonic Drive-In is like a burger joint.
Yes, I know it.
And I was real good at what I did. So
Hmm.
they were like, look, you want to go train and open up a store in North Carolina.
Raw.
So yeah, so I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Get more money, more hours, hella
Yeah.
hours, more money. So we flew out to North Carolina from Orlando, and we were out there for a good 3 weeks or so. And then they were like, the people in the store not ready. Y'all want to stay longer? We'll continue to pay you and you stay longer. So we like, okay, hell yeah, we'll stay longer.
We'll do it.
And then they like, man, look, y'all want to move out here? We'll give you a place. You know what I'm saying? A little house on the ocean coast.
Okay.
It was Outer Banks, North Carolina, so it was on the ocean coast. So it was
Check
like,
out, sibling.
yeah. So it was like, shit, I'm 18, like, man,
Yeah,
shit,
man.
hell yeah. I'm like,
But
my boy Rob, I'm like, you want to do it? He like, yeah, let's do it.
they saw the
So
value in the work that you could provide, hence they're giving you all this. Yeah, man. That's excellent, man. At such a young age as well. That's proper.
yeah. So that's when I first got my computer, my own computer, to because I wanted to make the beats, you know what I'm saying, and
Okay.
rap
Yes.
and make the beats. And I was already, rewind back, I was already, when I was in Florida, living in Florida, I was already actually, because we had a rap clique, so I was already recording.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And wait, but what was this? What was the timeline on it? Yeah,
Which
so yeah, I was already recording because I figured out how to record on a computer.
okay.
So I would record in my mom's room on her computer when she was gone or
Yeah.
whatever.
And
Or
fill up
she'd
the
be in
hard
the front,
drive.
yeah, and fill up the hard drive. So we already had like CDs. We were like the first, and this no joke. Like we was the first guys on the block with CDs, mixtapes, passing them out. And it was just me and my clique. And we like
What
16,
what we
15.
talking? What era we talking? We're
We
talking.
talking G Unit era, like we talking like when 50 Cent first dropped.
So
Like,
that's like '05, is it? That kind of
yeah,
year?
yeah, about '05, yeah, like '05.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're kind
So
of advanced with
I
the
say,
skills.
yeah, so I came in like, because when I first figured it out, I was like 15. And I didn't really, I had a tape with beats on it,
Yeah.
and I put it in a tape player or whatever.
Yes.
And then I went on the computer, it was a sound recorder. I had my lyrics. So
Ah,
I would put the mic at close to the speaker,
yes.
press play on the beat, and rap the whole song and record it on the computer. So that's how I figured it out. Like nobody told me nothing. I'm like, yo, I want my shit on a track. I want to sound like it sound on a CD. How can I do this?
Yeah.
And that was the first time I like recorded on a computer. I used that. I did it that way.
One
And
take,
then
first time?
I had to do it one take. If I messed up, I started over. You know what I mean?
Rewind.
Because there was no, that rewind and take, right? You got to rewind and take, start the recording over and do it again. So I'm pretty sure I will practice it first, you know what I'm saying, a bunch
Yes.
of times. You know what I mean? Just so I could get it right. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I would do like a verse and a chorus, and that's it. Because I go any longer, I mess up, I'm gonna be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta start all over
Yes,
again.
a long but you see what you're highlighting here is that utilizing the limited technology that you had back then to create something. Look how simple it is today, Sibley. Huh?
Yeah, it's right. It's like, man, and then I be thinking like, man, they don't even know. Like, I pretty much started this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't start it, but I started it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I tell my story, they be like, damn, bro, that's how you figured it out. Like, yeah, that's how I by myself. Like, I want to hear myself on a track. Like, how can I do this? And then so after that, I didn't necessarily have a computer, I think. So I would use a karaoke machine, and then I figured out how to like dub over and do ad libs and
Yeah.
all of that with the karaoke machine. So I would dub, put the beat in, put the tape in, record that,
Yes.
swap the tape out, get another tape,
Yep.
take the beats out because I got the tape with the recording and the
Yes.
beat on there. Now I'm doing my ad libs on this next tape. So I had like 4 tapes just to make that track official with like ad libs and backups and shit like that. and
Woo!
double ups. Yeah, man. So I used to use the karaoke machine as well. And then my stepfather, he was very supportive. You know what I'm saying? Like I would make these tapes with these songs on them, and I would catch him on the porch, like listening to him, smoking a cigarette, like drinking a beer.
So,
Like he'd
so,
be like,
so siblings, so you got four tapes. How are you mashing those four tapes to create the one track
to
then?
create the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first recording, right? You gotta put the beat in. So
Hmm.
the beat is on one tape, and then this is the blank tape.
Yes.
So you record your verse and
Yeah,
your
yeah,
hook.
yeah.
You get it all right. Don't
Hmm.
mess up because you got to start over. So you get it all right, right? And then you take, now you have on that one tape, you recorded your verse and your hook on. You got the beat and the verse on there already. So now you take that tape, take the beats out, put that tape in, get another tape, put that
Ah,
in. Now I'm about to do my backups and my ad
yes,
libs. You
yes,
know what I'm saying?
yes, yes.
Boom. So that tape will be the final tape. You know what I'm saying? Then you do it again. Make sure your tape ain't, you don't record over your first song.
Yes, most
You know what I'm
importantly.
saying?
Yep.
So you make sure that tape is at the right spot. Now you get your beats back and get the
Yeah.
other tape again. Do your new song. Do your new song. Get the other tape. Now you know do the same
Yes,
rotation,
yes, yes,
but
yes.
now that tape with your first song on it, you put that in there and you record. You know what I
God,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
With the
yeah.
backups and the ad libs, and boom, now you got that.
Straight. Look at the
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
look at the time invested, the
yeah.
ingenuity. Come
Right,
on, man.
right, right.
It's-
Right. Shit was crazy, man. When I look back to it, I be like, man, how did I even figure that out? Like, how did I even figure that out? Like,
Yeah.
nobody told me that either. I'm
Mm.
like, I just be like, damn, bro, I really wanted it.
Yep.
And like when you really want something, you channel from the higher being within,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you get these ideas, and boom.
Yes. Yes. But as
So
you say, you gotta want it, man. You gotta want it, and then you've gotta see. It's phases and it's stages of sorts. So it starts up here. So it's the idea. So you think if as a man thinketh or as a woman thinketh, so it shall be. But then
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, okay, do I have the desire? Do I have the tenacity? Do I have the determination to actually manifest in the physical what
yeah,
started here?
yeah.
Am
And
I
that
just
comes with the feeling. Yeah, the
yes.
feeling. You gotta feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what actually when it comes to manifestation, I was gaining, I was soaking in all this knowledge. And sometimes I get frustrated, like, yo, what the fuck are they talking? Like, what are you talking about? Like I don't get it. Like, and then they'll get on the camera like it's become so easy. All you have to do is this, and all you have to do is
Yeah.
that. And then even when they be like, you gotta feel it, you gotta feel it. And so that was the key for me. Like,
Mm.
you could think it, but you gotta feel it. You
Yeah.
gotta literally feel it.
Feel,
So
touch, taste, and feel, right?
yeah, yeah. So it's like that feeling is what draws it into your experience. You know what I'm saying? That's how you attract it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the music, I wanted to have my own studio. So I was doing everything. I was taking action to give myself a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's what it really takes. And I feel like in a lot of uh manifestation advice that's given out, they don't really put that part in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all, but some don't, because that's the thing that I came to the conclusion of. I was like, wait. Okay, you can say a bunch of stuff a bunch of times, but
Yeah.
you won't feel it. You gotta find out how to give yourself that feeling.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You gotta do something to give yourself that
Mm-hmm.
feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, when it came to me recording the music, and I wanted my own studio and I wanted to be my own producer and everything else, I was doing things to give me a certain feeling so
Yes.
that I could attract that equipment I needed, or attract
Yes.
that
Mm.
whatever it was I was trying to attract, so that I
Yeah,
could continue forward. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. And then when you physically got that one item of 12, that gratification, that understanding, that physical taste,
Yeah,
touch, okay, I'm a quarter way there. All I need is the stand now. I gotta get the stand. I gotta get the mic, the other
yeah,
mic. I gotta. Okay, yeah, it's coming together.
yeah.
I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen because I'm putting
Right,
physically now the working that started, and we're carrying out the whole thing because I felt it. I've now
right.
physically, I've done it, man. It's all steps, man.
Hell yeah,
Like clicking a
exactly.
finger. we click the finger, we click the finger, and then it appears. Nah, 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 nah,
Right? Nah.
don't go that.
It don't go like that.
Nah.
It don't go like, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's overnight, but it's a lot of work. Then it happened overnight. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
This
It's
is it.
like, so yeah. So once after like all of the recording on the I think I was trying to figure it out because I did eventually go back home from North Carolina, but I'm like, I think I found something beforehand because I was recording on my mom's computer and
Cubase.
I was using Acid Pro.
Okay.
It was
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
first,
yeah.
yeah, Acid Pro. I was using that. That was one of the first ones, like in Cubase, I think, but I never used Cubase. I was using Acid Pro.
Cubase is
And
complex, very complex for me. I thought I found.